when he was first running for lieutenant governor, and then 2 years of that, then your governorship, and then after that congressman. You have such a wonderful record, and I can say one thing: you have been always there for the community, for the minority, South Asian community, Indian, Pakistani, Muslim community, Sikh community. You've always been there for us, so we thank you. And they're all, it's like a kind of a reunion. Everybody's coming together for you. Sajid, you want to add something before Congressman?
No, I just wanted to add up that we have so many nice memories, good memories, and Jassi, myself, and all of us will feel like we have grown up with you. And Anthony, Mr. Congressman is such a wonderful, such a gentleman. We are blessed to have him as a politician in Maryland. If you go through his portfolio, the Harvard Law School, and then representing Maryland, and not only that, serving in the Army. And he's retired colonel. I was surprised. I thought maybe he was a captain or major, but he has retired as a colonel, and he has served. I think he has justified how to serve the country. We are so proud of you.
And being while he was lieutenant governor, he went to Iraq to serve, the highest ranking official.
So we are blessed, and we are in good hands. As a matter of fact, he's running as an attorney general, and I can say that state of Maryland will be again on the track towards serving people, serving humanity, and serving minorities at the same time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. So first of all, let me thank
Other statement. When you were in Annapolis, you were running the government, we saw inclusion of diversity in your administration throughout. As a congressman, when you did internships, there were people from all over, different ethnic groups that were with you. Becoming the Attorney General, I think some doors should be opened for young generation, young Sikh, Pakistani, South Asians, young people, young attorneys, on the basis of their qualification to work for Attorney General's office. Would you be open to something like that?
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to that. It really is what characterizes my leadership style in building teams. I value diversity for a number of reasons. Just like professionally, we know that a more diverse group of people is typically more innovative, more creative. There's that healthy friction and tension, productive, creative, that allows you to solve problems better. And I've seen that throughout my
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਰਤਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅੱਜ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਰਨਲ ਟੋਨੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਸਟੇਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੜੇ ਸੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੰਡ ਰੀਜਨ ਸੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੰਡ ਰੀਜਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਸਵਾਲ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਰਨਲ ਅਟੋਰਨੀ ਬਣ ਗਏ ਤੇ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਸਟੇਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਇਸ ਉੱਤੇ ਵਰਕ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਸਟੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾਕਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਅਤੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਡਰ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ 24 ਘੰਟੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਗਨ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਇਲਾਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਗਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਦਾ, ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਭਕਾਮਨਾਵਾਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਰਨਲ ਟੋਨੀ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਜਿੱਤੇ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਦੇ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਅਟਰਨੀ ਜਨਰਲ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਰਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਐਂਡ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਲੈਫਟੀਨੈਂਟ ਗਵਰਨਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਅਟਰਨੀ ਜਨਰਲ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਹੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
ਮੈਂ ਬਲਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਲਟੀਮੋਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਇਆਂਗੇ। ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਜੋ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅਟਰਨੀ ਜਨਰਲ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਸਟੇਟ ਲਈ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਲੜ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਵਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੀ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ, ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਸ 'ਤੇ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏ। ਤੇ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਨੇ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਵਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਸੀ ਕੋਈ ਘਟਨਾ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੇ ਨੱਥ ਪਾਈ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਇਹੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਤਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਜਨਰਲ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਟੀਵੀ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਐਂਥਨੀ ਬਰਾਊਨ, ਆਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜੋ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ 3 ਵੀਕ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਜੋ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ, ਜੋ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਸੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਰੀਲੈਂਡ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਰੇਟ ਹੈ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਈ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਨੱਥ ਪਾਉਣਗੇ, ਆਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਫॉर ਐਂਥਨੀ, ਯੂ ਗਿਵ ਮੀ ਦ ਟਾਈਮ।
Oh, it's my pleasure, and always like to be able to talk about what's happening in Maryland and the excitement of the upcoming election on July 19th.
That's right, 3 weeks left.
3 weeks to go. Marylanders are already early voting. They've requested ballots by mail. We think nearly 50% of voters might vote by mail. Early voting starts July 7th, so that's next week. And then, of course, if you want to wait until July 19th, that's the big day.
So, Mr. Anthony Brown, where you start actually, where you grow up, how come you're in the Maryland? I check your profile. You've born in New York, and then you grow up there. When you coming in Maryland? When you start?
I moved to Maryland in 1992. In fact, this year is my 30th anniversary. And like so many people, I moved to Maryland because I accepted a federal government job. I was working, clerking for a federal judge. And soon after moving to Maryland, my wife and I fell in love with it, and we decided we wanted to stay and raise our family. Today, Maryland is the 4th most diverse state in the nation. I love the richness of culture and history, the diversity of our people, and I can't think of another state I'd rather live.
Do you know how much is the crime right now in Maryland?
Crime is on the rise in Maryland. It certainly is. In Baltimore City, I think we're on track to exceed 300 murders, which is it's sad, it's unfortunate, but we're seeing it not just in Baltimore City, but in suburbia and every county in Maryland, just like we're seeing across the country.
What are your 3 strategy most important?
I think most important, we got to get guns off our streets. So I support banning ghost guns. I think we ought to extend that to banning all semi-automatic rifles. And quite frankly, I think we need to hold gun manufacturers liable for the guns that are on the streets that are causing, death and damage and destruction to too many families. So that's number 1. Number 2 is law enforcement partnering with local states' attorneys to investigate and prosecute, particularly the big offenses. As the Attorney General, I'll be focused on the most violent crimes and the most violent offenders, partnering with our local state's attorney to get that done. The last thing is police accountability. We've got to hold the police accountable, give them the resources they need, but make sure that they're living by the standards that we set. Because when they do, the public will have more confidence in the police, and when the public has more confidence in the police, they can more effectively do their job. I think those are 3 things that we need to focus on to improve public safety in Maryland.
Thank you. What do you need to give him the message for Asian community, give him a message for voting only for 3 weeks left?
First of all, I encourage everyone to come out and vote. And as I said earlier, this is a diverse state where we value people from all parts of the world and the country that come into Maryland, whether you're a small business owner, whether you're in health profession, academia, technology. I recognize that it's the richness and diversity of Maryland that makes Maryland great. So participate in elections so that we can elect people who believe in equity and inclusion, which is what I believe in.
So, I check your profile. When you start with the soldier or military, that's you starting with?
Well, I served 30 years in both active and reserve duty. I started off as an aviation officer. I flew helicopters in Germany. And then I became a JAG officer, providing legal services to soldiers and their families. 30 years with a tour of duty in Iraq.
Thank you. All the best from Amazing TV. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.